Hi, so this is Editing Jordan because I realized I didn't really do a proper introduction for this vlog, and I probably didn't do a proper outro for this vlog either, and I will discover that when I'm done editing this. But this is a quick clip of me hooking up the trailer, which in the first couple clips I've not done yet, but I figured it was a good kind of clip to use for this. But welcome to a vlog of me showing kind of me getting ready and then going to my first show in a year and a half. And that's the explanation on that, on what the video is. And then the first clip is me showing everything I got because I had to go to the tack store because I was out of a lot of things. But I hope you guys enjoy the video and watch me look like an utter fool. Alright, so I figured I'll show you some of the things I got at the tack store now. Some are still in my truck, so this might get a little hodgepodged for this segment. But I got these boots because she needed new boots for jumping that were a little bit just more, and they're full, so they'll fit kind of whatever horse I get in the future. Amazing. Got the Gallop color because this is like the best thing ever. Bar saddle soap and something to keep it in so it doesn't get over all my other stuff. Conditioner, Nice foot oil. Again, Carr and Day & Martin, they're one of my favorite brands. The Dream Coat, love this stuff. I do slowly want to start looking more into ingredients. But I didn't have time to do this before the show, so I just got what I knew works. And then I got E.T. two of these things. She liked the Cool Mint one, so we're gonna try Mojo Molasses and Candy Apple next. And I bought her the little like apple holder thing that they can go in, so she can't just bite them. Did I get anything else? That's over here. Oh, I got a new hairbrush for their tail. I liked this one because of the handle, and also it was cheaper than a horse tail brush, if I remember correctly. And I liked that it was softer because I'd much rather have to take a little extra time and rip out less hair. Anything else? I think so far that is all I got. But yeah, so I don't need to get there until like 2 o'clock. It is currently, I don't know the time. It's like 10. So I've got a while. I went ahead, lunged both horses just for 5 minutes to see how they were feeling. They were both lazy, so fingers crossed that continues. Much rather deal with a lazy horse than a horse that's trying to run off and murder me. Yeah, so eventually here, I'm gonna get the trailer going. I'm gonna clean my tack. So originally I'm just gonna, again, I'm stuffed up. I cannot breathe through my nose. I'm a mouth breather until June, basically. But I have, one of the Lessing girls is coming to be my groom today. She is getting Polly ready. I'm taking her in the pleasure, and then E.T. I will bathe myself. But she is in the barn. They went out last night. The other horses were in because I wanted to make sure they got some good turnout time before we went to a show today. I don't want them to be all cooped up in, not have to deal with all that energy. Sorry, I was reading a text. Yeah. Sounds. So I'm gonna go ahead and get to tack cleaning and hope the timetable moves up a little bit because I'd rather leave at noon like I originally planned, but I guess not. Oh well. I'll clean bright white pony. My slave for the day.
Oh, okay.
I mean, it's not.
You're not wrong.
My groom.
Yeah.
There's ET. She's in her hay cart getting ready. We have the trailer hooked up. Yeah, no, this was of your own volition, Emlyn. Where's the trailer? Here's the part 2 of all the things I got. I got this, which is really, I'm really glad I got it because my ET decided to rub hair off her nose. So, that to help her dark spots. New hairnet because my hair is very light right now. Baby powder for white markings. One of these. So I need a new one because my old one was screwed. I got these on sale at Dover, and I'm really excited because they have the back pockets. So we'll see how those end up performing. And then I got 3 crops. New show crop because mine was kind of old and cracked and crusty. I got a new dressage whip for schooling because somebody stole mine, and I like to have one for ground schooling too. And then just regular practice crop because again, I don't know where mine went, but I feel like that's also like the thing about crops is you can never find them when you need them. So yeah, so we're all packed up basically, and I'm waiting on them to get closer to the schooling break to actually leave. ET's still drying. Polly's already, everything's packed basically. Just gotta put their shipping boots on and go now. Exciting. Thankfully, I'm only doing 2 divisions, a division on each horse, so hoping I'm not there for too long, but also there's like a division or 2 in between my 2 divisions, which kind of sucks, but what are you gonna do? At least I'm not, but I'm only taking ET in the 2-foot because I don't want to wait for the 2-6, and it's our first show back in a while, and we have not been jumping a lot. Not that we jumped a lot before, but compared to what we were, I just don't want to push her through like 2 to 3 courses of 2-6 because we'll probably do a California warm-up. This just wasn't my vibe. Like, let's see how you do over the 2-foot. Maybe next show, if we go to any more shows this year. I do not know. Maybe one here or there. I know I'm not even going to try and qualify for finals. I know I will not be able to financially do it this year. So, but luckily I'm already, in the adult AMIs, so it's not like I'm on an age crunch anymore for the children's or the juniors. So there is a little. It's definitely a bit more of a kind of a relaxed kind of feeling going to this show compared to like past times. So I'm gonna double check, go through everything, and I'll see you guys probably when we're on the road, unless something else happens. So here we've arrived at the show, and the horses are getting some time to chill out and just get used to the atmosphere. And then I warmed ET up, but I didn't get any, or I schooled her, but I didn't get any videos of her schooling over fences. Then I got Polly warmed up and schooled for the pleasure. Here I was walking around the warm-up field with one of the girls from the barn I used to ride at, and you can probably hear my trainer in the background in some of the clips. So here I am trotting Polly around. She felt really good. She actually has navicular, so this is after a bit of rehabbing and getting her fit again. She's still not as fit as she could be, but we wanted to just kind of see how she'd handle the environment of a show since she has not been to one in a very long time. So here we are now cantering around, and she was very good. Every time we'd head kind of towards the trailer, she'd get a bit faster, but other than that, she was very good for warm-up and practiced our halt. So here is us in our first pleasure class. I'm probably only really going to show clips from our first and last pleasure class, just since it kind of went the same especially since for the Goes You Please, I only trotted her as well, because that is her more comfortable gait for her as well. So for the first 2 classes, she was very good. If anything, kind of lazy. I was having to use a lot of leg to kind of keep her going and to also really push her into those corners. She really wanted to lean in and just kind of cut corners wherever she could. But other than that, she was really good, and we actually ended up taking a 4th in the first class and a 5th in the second class. We did not end up placing in our last class, which you will see why, and that is because she ended up having a couple moments because I ended up putting on spurs because my legs were on fire. But for our last class, I put spurs on, and she did not like that, so she decided to show her opinion about the spurs by bucking in during the canter, which, lesson learned. If I need a little extra, I will use a crop next time, just as an extra reminder that, hey, please listen to my leg without me having to dig my heel into you
just spicy
excessively to get you into the corner. But other than that, she was really good, and she handled everything beautifully, and I was really happy with her, and my boss was really happy with her as well. And we kind of expected a bit of sass from Polly. That's kind of one of her staples, is her sass, so that was kind of to be expected. And she actually got a lot of compliments, which was really nice, because sometimes people don't like Appaloosas because of their color, but she is a pretty nice one because she basically looks like a quarter horse just covered in spots. So here is my first judged round on ET. I've actually already posted this round and my warm-up round on my TikTok with the voiceover, like right after the show. But I wanted to make sure to include this one again here as well because it is the course I have the most mistakes in. So the first fence was actually probably our nicest fence of the entire course for this one. I am just taking her in the 2 foot because we have not shown in a while and we have not been jumping that much. So I didn't want to really have to super challenge her, but as you see, I did not set her up well enough coming through that corner, so she swapped and then we chipped out, and that line was just a hot mess. So after that line, I was kind of just trying to get her focused on me and listening to me, making sure she's rocking back before the jumps because she has a habit of liking to get on the forehand and then kind of tip over the jumps with the front of her body instead of rocking back and really picking up her upper body. If I were to show photos, sometimes it looked like she was half falling over. But our last line was nice, so I was happy with that. So this is my second course, and it's definitely my best course of the day. And if I remember correctly, I believe we took first in this course. There's definitely a couple things that I'd like to fix and think we could have done better, but I'm really happy that we were kind of able to fix everything from our first course, have very minimal mistakes, very minimal things that I really wanted to improve on. Mostly just not having her get as strung up, which I think I kind of achieved, which sometimes she can have issues with, especially at shows, is getting a little bit in her head and a little anxious. So I was really happy with how she handled everything and stayed much more relaxed through this course. There were definitely a couple points where I had to do a little more than I would have liked, but she is a lot greener than I think I give her credit for, kind of with her story and everything. So I was really happy with how she did. We actually ended up taking reserve champion for our division this day, which was very nice. So here are just a couple clips from our flat class. She has a bad habit of getting anticipating the transition in flat classes, but this day she was really good, and I was really happy that at no point she tried to break into the next gate before I asked. She did have a little bit of tripping, but it was where the ground wasn't as great in the arena. So you'll kind of see through the rest of the flat class me trying to avoid those areas. But other than a little bit of tripping, she was phenomenal, and we ended up taking second, and we actually took second in our first course. There were not many people in the division, but I didn't really care. I pretty much brought ET for schooling because I was originally only supposed to show Polly the Appaloosa mare. So I was really happy with how we did, with how we placed, and the outcome of the show today. And I was not expecting to be as nervous as I was this day, if I'm being completely honest. After not showing in a year and a half, the nerves were at another level. But it was definitely really fun and felt really great to be back in the show ring and just at a show and in that environment. And I always have so much fun at horse shows. So I hope you guys enjoy kind of the rest of this flat class. And I will see you in the next video, even though I suck at posting. So who knows when that will be. But thank you if you watched this long. Thank you for watching all the way through. I hope you have a good rest of your either day, evening, or night.